Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I think we may not have to do that right now, but we do still count people who are streaming, and probably will. Ooh, this microphone is still very hot. Probably we'll do that for a while until we figure out what our new normal is. We're just in the beginning. So we're going to be starting, and welcome to those people who are online, speaking of, so we're talking about you. We're going to be starting the Mincha, the afternoon service for Shabbat, which will lead us into the Mariv, the evening service for Shavuot. If you have the red and gray Sidur Sim Shalom, which if you're here, you should have one right in front of you or close by. Reminder that our service starts on page 226. If you have the Sidur at home, same place. Otherwise, if you've got a different Sidur, well, we're starting the Mincha service for Shabbat. Ashrei Shebetecha Odehalucha Sela Ashrei Hamshecha Chalo Ashrei Hamshadonai Eloha. Dilad Adonai Daber Pi Bivarech Basar Shem Kod Shole Olam Vaed Va'anachnu Nivarech Yah Me'ata V'ad Olam Hallelujah. We continue individually, beginning at the bottom of 227, continuing to the bottom of page 228. Uvalet Zion Goel Shavifesh Yaakov Nu Adonai. V'yiftechu v'cha yirei shemecha ki lo azavta dorshecha Adonai Adonai chafetz leman tzidko yagdil Torah ve'adir. If you're able to, please rise. We continue with Chatzi Kaddish, page 229. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah v'yamar v'rachrutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yimechon v'chayechol beit Yisrael v'agala b'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lomei olmaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpoar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitale v'yitalal shemei dekudesha brechu Le'elamin kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechemata, tamiran be'alma v'imru amen. We continue with the service for taking the Torah out of the ark. Bottom of 229. V'ani tfilati l'chadonai rotzon, v'imrucham chasdecha, anani b'emet yishecha. Vayhi bin so Aharon, vayomer Moshe, Huma Adonai, V'yafutzu oivecha, v'yanusu misanecha mipanecha, ki mitzion teitzei Torah, ki mitzion teitzei Torah, udevar Adonai, Mirushalayim, Baruch Shenatan, Torah, Torah, Baruch Shenatan, Torah, Torah, Le'amo Yisrael, B'Kdushato. Top of page 230. Gadlu l'Adonai iti, uneromema shemo yachdav, Lecha Adonai hagedula, v'hagevura, v'hatiferet, v'hanetzach, v'hahod, ki chol hayim uvaretz, Lecha Adonai hamamlacha, v'hamitnaseh lechol lerosh, Romimu Adonai Eloheinu, v'hishtachavu lahadom raglav kadoshu. Romimu. I guess yeah, it's good. Adonai Eloheinu, v'hishtachavu lahar kodsho, ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Please be seated. As the custom is at the mincha, the afternoon service for Shabbat, to read the beginning of the Torah portion for next week. That Torah portion is Parshat Naso, and you can find it in the large red Eitz Chaim Humashim, page 791. I actually gave you a really good introduction to Parshat Naso this morning, because this is a continuation of what we read at the end of this week's portion. It details the duties of the Merarites and the Gershonites, the two clans of Levi that serve alongside the Kohathites in the Mishkan and the Tabernacle. So,
say it together. Okay. You'll follow me.
Again, 791.
Sigalev serem achuso aleinu is not karov yachon palei tosenu palei tasem boves Israel chen lechasat rachnu rotzon ben amar amen. Hakol havu gedol enheinu snuchvola Torah kohen karov yamod harav Simcha ben
Zechariah
Kohen Yerusha Santola Moshe Gushaso
Etem Hadvekim Baranai Lechem Chaim Cholchem Hayom. Okay, there we go. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorach. Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Bana Mikol Hamim V'natan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Ata Adonai Notein HaTorah. Vaydaber Adonai Amo Oshele Mohor Naso et Rosh Bnei Gershon Gamhem Levet Abatam Lemishbechotam Mi Ben Shloshim Shana V'mala Ahad Ben Chamishim Shana Tifkod Otam Kol Haba Litzvot Sava Lavod Avodah Boel Moed Zod Avodat Mishpechot HaGershuni Lavod Ulamasa Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Natan Lanu Torah Demet V'chayei Olam Nata B'tochenu Baruch Ata Adonai Notein HaTorah.
Yamod Yitzchak ben Moshe Halevi.
Baruch Hu es Adonai HaBarach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Baruch Haba Mikol Hamim V'nasan Lo Rosh Torah Baruch Atah Adonai Nosein HaTorah.
Amen. V'nasu et Yiriot HaMishkan v'et Ohel Moed Michsehu Michseh Hatacha V'michseh Hatachash Asher Alav Mila Mala v'et Masach Petach Ohel Moed v'et Kalei Hechatzer v'et Masach Petach Shar Hechatzer אשר המשכן והמזבח סביב, את מיתריהם ואת כל כלי עבודתם, ואת כל אשר יעשה להם בעבדו, על פי אהרון ובניו תהיה כל עבודת בני הגרשוני, לכל מעשם ולכל עבודתם, קראתם עליהם משמרת את כל מעשם. זאת עבודת משפחות בני הגרשוני המועד, ומשמרתם ביד איתמר בן אהרון הכהן.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר נתן לנו תורה אמת וחיי עולם נבטה בסוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נושאין התורה.
יעמדו משה בן גצל
ורשע
ורשע
חייסורה
בת
שפרה, בת בנימין
ושפרה שלישי.
ברוך הוא אדוני המבורך.
ברוך אדוני המבורך.
ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים, ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נושאין התורה.
אמן. בניהם הרי למשפחותם לביתותם תפקוד אותם מבין 30 שנה ומעלה ועד בן 50 שנה תפקדם כל הבת לצבא לעבוד את עבודתו המועד, וזאת משמרת מסעם לכל עבודתם באוהל המועד, קרשי משכן הבריחה ובעמודיו אדוניו ועמודי חצר סביב אדניהם, ויתהדותם ומיתריהם לכל כליהם ולכל עבודתם, ושמות תפקדו את כלי משמרת מסעם. זאת עבודת משפחות בני המררי לכל עבודתם באוהל המועד, ביד איתמר בן אהרון הכהן.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נטע בסופנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נושאין התורה.
Amen.
Hag ben Galila.
Yeah, right to Hag Ben Galil.
Yamod Yaakov Shimon ben Menachem Dav Halevi Hagba Talmud Zlatas Vasavas Abraham Galila. Please rise if you're able.
Zos HaTorah asher sa Moshe b'nei Yisrael al pi Adonai v'yad Moshe. Yeah, you can go down.
Mary, you'll return it.
You can go down.
She's giving less. My throat. You gotta go the other way. No, we won't be able to open.
Say, I'm not such a pro with that. Say, you're out of practice, that's all. You're out of practice. Right. Everyone's a critic.
Yeah.
Watch it.
We continue on page 232, service for returning the Torah to the Ark. Hallelu et Shem Adonai, ki niskav shemo levado, hodo al eretz v'shamayim, vayarem keren le'amo, tehila lechol Chasidav Livnei Yisrael Am Kerovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Le David Mizmor. Let our hearts be more. Teve Yoshveva. Yaakov Selah, Su Shalim Shechem, Usu Fit Cheolam. We can take a short circuit.
We're not allowed?
No, we can. It's fine. It's fine. Even the Melech HaKavod or nines for who Melech HaKavod Selah. Uvnu Choyomar. Hashivenu Adonai Elecha v'nashuva Chadesh Chadesh Yameinu Chadesh Yameinu Kekedem. I'm going to ask if you're able to please remain standing. We're going to go right on to the next part of our service, beginning with Chatzi Kaddish 233. Yitgadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbam v'yamad v'rakadutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayichonu v'ymechono v'cherecho beit Yisrael b'galav izman karim v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbam v'vorach le'olam lo me'el ma'yai barak v'yishtabak v'yitpor v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalei v'yitalal shmei l'gadesha brechu le'elam v'nichu brachad v'shua tadish brachad v'lechabata tamiran b'alma v'imru amen. We'll begin the Amidah for Shabbat Mincha service together. 234b, we'll continue together through 235 in the Kedusha, then individually 236 through 239. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Gadol Hagibor V'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei HaKol Zocher Chasdei Avod U'Mevi Goel Livnei B'neihem L'man Shemo B'Ahava Melech Ozer Fokid Moshiach Magen Baruch Atah Adonai Magen Abraham Ufoked Sarah Ata Gibor Le'Lam Adonai Mechayim Eitim Ata Rav L'Hoshia Mechalchel Chayim B'Chesed Mechayim Eitim B'Rachamim Rabim Somech Noflim B'Rofei Cholim U'Matir Asurim U'Mekayim Emunato L'Shenei Afar Mi Chamocha Bal Gvorot U'Mido Melach Melech Memidu Mechayim Asmiach Yeshua V'nemar atah l'chayot meitim Baruch atah Adonai Mechayei hametim. Nikadesh et shimcha ba'olam Keshem shemakdishim oto b'shmei marom Kakatu v'yad neviecha V'kara ze el ze ve'amar Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzvaot, Malok haaretz kivodo, Liumatam Baruch Yomeru. Baruch kivod, Adonai Mimkomo, Divrei Koshecha Katuv Le'emor. Yimloch Adonai Le'olam Rahayich Sion L'Robador, Hallelujah, L'Robador Nagid God Lecha, U'Netzach Netzachim, Kedushat Chanak, Yeshivcha Eloheinu Mipinu. Lo yamush le'olam v'hed, ki el melech gadol v'kadosh ata, baruch ata Adonai, האל הקדוש, אתה חונך, אתה אחד ושמך אחד, עמך בעשרה בארץ. If you're still finishing up with the Amidah, feel free to continue. If you've already finished, you can join me on page 247, Kaddish Shalem. יתגדל ויקדש שמי רבה, ויאמר ברכרותיה וימליך מלכותיה, וחייכון וימכון ובחר כל בית ישראל, בהגדלה בזמן קריב, ויאמרו אמן, יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם עולם אלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל, שמי לקדושם ברכו, לעולם מנחה ברכה וישועתה, תשבחתה ונחמתה, תמירן בימה, ויאמרו אמן, תתקבל צלותון ובאותון דכל ישראל, Adam Abuhon Divi Shemaya Vimru Amen. Yehesh Navarabba Min Shemaya V'chaim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael Vimru Amen. Oseh Shalom Bimramav V'yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael Vimru Amen. If you're able to, please rise or remain standing as we continue. Page 248, Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol l'teit gedula leotzer breshit shelo asanu k'goyei ha'aratzot velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama shelo sam chelkeinu kahem v'gor aleinu k'chol hamonam v'anachnu korim ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נותן שמם ויוסד ארץ. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. If you're a mourner, if you're observing Yardside, if you'd like to say Kaddish with us for any reason, you can find Mourner's Kaddish, page 249. Please join me. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, bagala uv'izman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabba Mevarach Le'olam Ulome Olmaya Yitbarak V'yishtabak V'yitpoar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yithadar V'yitale V'yitalal Shemei de Kudasha Brechu Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom v'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Second part of our doubleheader is the Mariv, the evening service. I'm going to go back now to page 28. This is the evening service for festivals because we're starting the holiday of Shavuot. So when you get back to page 28, I'm going to ask you if you're able to please rise. Our service begins with Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai Barach Leolam Vaed. Please be seated. Baruch Atah Adonai Melech HaOlam. El Chai V'Kayam Tamidim Lo Chanenu Le'olam Vaed. Baruch Atah Adonai Hama'ari Varavim. We continue on page 29. Havat Olam Beit Yisrael. Ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu u'bahem negeh yomam v'layla ve'avatcha al tasir mimenu le'olamim Baruch ata Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. Please join me for Shema and Ve'ahavta, page 30. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, b'chol levavcha, u'b'chol nafshecha, u'b'chol me'odecha, v'hayu Hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha vishinantam levanecha vidibar tabam b'shivtecha b'veitecha u'v'lechtecha v'derech u'v'shochvecha u'v'kumecha Ukshartam leot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot bein einecha, uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha, uvisharecha. We continue by ourselves the rest of the Shema, page 30, the bottom paragraph, 31, the top paragraph. V'haya'im shemoat yishmor mitzvotai. Yomer Adonai Moshe Lemor. Adonai Elohechem Emet. We continue on page 32. Emet v'menachol zeh b'chaim aleinu. Umalchuto beranson kiblu alehem Moshe b'nei Yisrael achanu shira v'simcha rabba v'amru chulam mi chamocha b'elim Adonai mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh Nora tilot osefele Malchutecha rauvanecha Pokeyam lifnei Moshe Ze'eli anu ve'amru Adonai himlo le'olam va'ed B'ne'emar kif Adonai et Yaakov Ugelo mi'ad chazak mimenu Baruch anta Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. Page 33. Hashki ve'nu Adonai Hashem Shalom. Ushemor tzeitenu Uven l'chaim u'lushalam be'ata ve'ad olam Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha Baruch anta Adonai Haporei sukat shalom aleinu Ve'al kol amo Yisrael Ve'al Yerushalayim. If you're able to, please rise. Page 34, the second paragraph. Vaydaber Moshe et Modeh Adonai el bnei Yisrael Yitkadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah V'yamad v'rakrutei v'yamlich malchutei V'chaychon v'mechon v'chayrachol beit Yisrael V'gala b'zman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lomei olmaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpoar v'yitromam yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalol. Shmei d'kodesha brechu, le'elam mincho brechata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, amiran be'alma v'imru amen. We'll recite the Amidah for Yom Tov, for festivals individually. Begin on 41A or B and continue through page 40. A couple things to take note of. First of all, we're doing insertions for the holiday of Shavuot. You probably knew that, but it's a good thing to remind you. Also, Saturday night, at the bottom of page 41A or B, the paragraph Vatodi Enu is added to our Amidah. Those are the two main things you have to look out for. We'll recite the Amidah individually again, 41A or B through 44. If you're still finishing up with the Amidah, feel free to continue. In just a couple minutes, we will do our Misha Baruch prayer for those who are ill. As Alan reminded me earlier, normally when we had a Mincha Maariv service back in the pre-COVID days, we would do our Misha Baruchs when the Torah was out at Mincha. I completely forgot about that. So we'll do it in our normal spot for Maariv. We'll do that right after Kaddish Shalem. Also, if there's anybody who needs a memorial prayer and needs us to recite it tonight, you can let us know also if you're here or if you're online. And yeah, that's it. Page 48 for everybody else, Kaddish Shalem. Yitgadal v'yikadashim me'rabam v'yamad v'rakirute v'yamlich malchute v'chayechonu v'mechonu v'cherechol beit Yisrael v'galav izman kari v'yimeru. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevarach le'olam olam me'omaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpoar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha b'rechu le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechemata miram be'ama v'yimeru. Amen. Titkabel sloton v'auton dechol Yisrael kadam avuhon v'shemaya v'yimeru. Amen. Yehi shlom rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimeru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'bramav ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimeru. Amen. Continue now with our Misha Baruch prayer for those who are ill. Again, if there's anybody here who has somebody or some people you'd like to have included in our prayer, feel free, if you're able to rise at your seats and announce the name or names of those you're praying for out loud in unison when I scan our Misha Baruch list. Misha Baruch Avoteinu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah Hu Yivolech v'Yirampeh et HaCholim Rivka Babel Rivka bat Atara Gittel bat Vivachana Rezel bat Elka Yitzchak ben Bluma Yaakov Gila bat Rezel Rivka bat Malka Devora Chanalea bat Devora V'gam Rachel bat Gita Baheshel Ted Sobel Cheryl Fuchs. Me'ekol cholim b'kila kedosha zoda kadosh baruch hu imalei rachamim alehem lachsi kamalapotam v'yishlach lemehera refuah shlema min hashamayim refuah nefesh refuah gu toshal cholei banech avichazek eides kimtzor lehem yom tov hilamizog Hashtag Bethlehem Karev Amar. Amen. May God bless our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. Bring blessing and healing to all those we prayed for this evening, to all those members of our congregation, our community, our loved ones who are ill, to all those who are afflicted with COVID-19. If you are not already standing and you're able to, please do, because we're going to continue with Aleinu on page 51. And for those people wondering about Kiddush, we'll get to Kiddush in a couple minutes, probably at the very end. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol lateit gedula leotzer breshit Shelo asanu kigoye haratzot velo samanu kimishpachot adama Shelo sam chelkeinu kahem vigor aleinu kechol hamonam vanachnu korim umishtacharim umodim lifnei malach malchei hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'nemar v'haya Adonai l'malech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad ushemo U'Shemo Echad. This is the 6th day of Sivan, the first day of Shavuot. We mark the following yarn signs: Ben Adler, Moses Bookband, Harry Dershowitz, Sarah Klenoff, Ruby Kunofsky, Joseph Meyer, Murray Perler, Joseph Silver, Lewis Todd, and Howard Weil. May their memories all be for a blessing. If you are a mourner, if you're observing Yardside, if you'd like to say Kaddish with us for any reason, I'm going to ask you once again, if you're able to please rise. You'll find Mourner's Kaddish on page 52. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei ve'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon u'vyomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, bagala uvizman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam ulome olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpoar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitale v'yitalal shemei dekudesha brechu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran bi'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav huya aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight, whether you're joining us in person or whether you're joining us online. Those people who are here in person, right after this we will be going into the ballroom. We'll have a dairy Shavuot dinner, which I've cooked or prepared most of, except for the dessert part, and the challah. I didn't do that either. And I didn't actually make the salad dressing, but we can keep going. But it's still, it's my pleasure to be able to share this with you. This evening, when we are settled in with our dinners, we're going to begin our study session, since already things are getting, the hour is getting pretty late for some people, so we'll spend some time getting, about the first 10, 15 minutes just getting dinner, getting settled, but then we'll be studying as you are eating. And we're going to be studying in what we call speed dating style. We're going to start off with one passage, one question about one of the 10 Commandments, and have you study with a partner, or maybe in groups of 3, we'll figure out how it goes. Then we will switch study partners for the next round and so on as far as we get. So hopefully it should be fun, and a chance for us to learn not only about the 10 Commandments, but to learn from each other. Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, here and online. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock online only for Mincha Mariv. Monday morning, here at 9 o'clock in the morning for the second day of Shavuot. Dedication of our memorial plaques and our Yizkor service will be online, of course, also. Online only, Monday night, 8:30 p.m. Lots of other stuff going on. We'll go over all that schedule tomorrow. Right now, we'll conclude our service with Yigdal, and then we'll deal with Kiddush here in the sanctuary. Page 53. Yigdal Elohim Chai v'yishtabach Nimsa v'yened el metziuto echad v'yen yachid kichudo nelam v'gam en sof le'achduto ein lo demut haguf v'yeino guf lo na'aroch elav kiddushato kadmon l'chol davar asher nivra rishon v'yen reshit b'reshito Hino Adon Olam v'chol notzar Yoreh gedulato u'malchuto Shefa nevuato nitano El anshe segulato v'tifarto Lo kam b'Yisrael kemo she'od Navi umabit et timunato Torah temet natan li'amoel Al yad nevi'o neman beito Lo yachalifael v'lo yamir dato Le'olamim lezulato Tzofet v'yodea sitalenu Mabit l'sof davar bekodmato Gomer lish chesed kemifalo Noten l'rashara kerishato Yishlach l'ket shamin meshichenu Lifdot mechakeket shishuato Meitim Yechayel Berov Chasto. Baruch Adonai Shem Tehilato. Meitim Yechayel Berov Chasto. Baruch Adonai Shem Tehilato. Let's go into please rise if you're able to. Kiddush, interesting question. Shavuot, the most traditional approach to Kiddush on Shavuot is that you wait until it is fully dark because you want to make sure that you observed 49 full days. Well, you can stand up, or 49 days, full days between Passover and Shavuot. It's kind of, or maybe about 20 minutes short of that, but at this point I think it would be, there's a concept in Jewish law, tirchad tzibora, it's too much to ask the congregation to wait another 20 minutes to eat. So we're going to do Kiddush right now. You can find Kiddush for festivals on page 50. And again, if you're able to, please rise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'am, u'banu mikol ha'ashon, v'kiddushan b'mitzvotav. V'titen lanu Adonai Eloheinu b'ahava, moed l'simcha, chagim uzmanim l'sason. Yom chag ha'shavuot hazeh, Zman matan Toratenu, Mikra Kodesh Zecher Litziad Mitzrayim, Kivanu Vacharta, Viotanu Kidashta Mikol Hamim, Modei Kodshecha, Basimcha Basason, Hinchaltanu, Baruch Ata Adonai, Mekadesh Yisrael Vahazmanim. Because it's Saturday night, we continue, Baruch Ata Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei meorei ha'esh. Our Eish is the light that are already on. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, mabdi ben kodesh l'chol ben or l'choshech ben Yisrael hamim, ben yom hashvi l'shet yemei hamaseh, ben kedushat Shabbat l'kedushat yom tov, yivdalta v'yed yom hashvi, misheshet yemei hamaseh, kidashta v'yivdalta, v'tikidashta et amcha Yisrael. B'kedushatecha baruch atah Adonai, hamavdil ben kodesh l'chol. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehecheyanu v'kimanu v'higeyanu lahazman hazeh. We'll go right from here to Hamotzi. Hang on just 1 second. Please join me. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Okay, so again, those people who are staying for dinner, please meet me in the ballroom. I'll bring the challah with me if that's an inducement for everybody to stay.